Hey everyone, this is Sean Batchelor. Welcome to my week 1 review video for Java 2. This is our Fragments application. So let me give you a quick demonstration of the application as it functions. First of all, let me turn the Wi-Fi off. Alright, so we have no network connection, and what's going to happen is the application is pulling information from an API. So if there's no network connection, it should pull from local storage. But in this case, there is no local storage because it's the first time we're starting the application. So if we search for a word, you will get an error message saying that you're not connected to the internet, and we couldn't find any data to load, so connect and try again, as you can see. So let me connect to the internet. If I can get my Wi-Fi to work. Alright, looks like it's connected. So we're connected to the internet, and we should be able to pull information from the API. So I'm just going to do a search here with no terms, and it makes a network call. And as you can see, it loads a list view with the information that it pulls from the Reddit funny subreddit right here. Now, it pulls information from Reddit and stores it to local storage, and then what you're seeing on the screen is what's pulled from the local storage and brought back up into the list view. So now that we have connected to the internet and everything is working fine, it pulls information directly from Reddit. But if I should turn the Wi-Fi off again, now turn it off, and when I do a search, you get another error message here that says you're not connected to the internet. But this time it says we found some old posts, so you should connect and try again. And these old posts are just what's pulled from local storage. So it's pretty much doing what it's supposed to be doing as it relates to connecting to the internet, downloading from the API, and pulling local storage. So now let me show you what happens if I put in a search term. So now we're required to do a dynamic search, pulling data from the dynamic query, pulling data from the API. So let me search for a word that I'm pretty sure is in most of these posts. Search for the word that, and once I click on search, it'll do the network search, and it brings up all the posts that have the word that in it. So you can see it's safe to say that whoever came up with this illustration wasn't an engineer, and that's from Jules from Cannon Fire. And then another one says, I know that Reddit is full of designers, so Cedric Ent. And then there's another one down there that says, could you repeat that, please? So all those have the word that in it, which means it's loading based on my dynamic query right there. And what you're seeing on the screen is actually both my master fragment on the left, which loads the list view and the dynamic query from the API, and the detail view, which repeats once you select an item from the list, it pulls it over to the screen and it shows you a bigger version of that. Now, ideally, obviously, I want to show a picture, but I didn't have enough time to do it. Actually, I just couldn't figure it out. So ideally, it would show a picture if you click on the post itself. So that's basically what it's supposed to do. So let me show you a few other error controls here. Now, for instance, I'm searching for a word that does not exist. Let's do, I don't believe that's in any of the posts, so we'll do a search. And you can see it gives you a toast. We couldn't find that word in any post. It loads a blank array. There's nothing in storage. And it also repeats the search term over in the detail fragment, which is a leftover. So let me put in a word now that I'm pretty sure is there too. Makes my network call, and then as you can see, it says Corman223, he is turning off his Bluetooth, or is he turning off his Bluetooth? So I have appropriate error controls in there. It loads from local storage, and it does exactly what it says in the rubric. So let me go over here. It says application is structured efficiently and with proper methods and construct. It is. Application utilizes fragments to create a UI for user input as well as displaying details from the API query. So I just demonstrated that. It uses the fragments, and it creates the UI with the edit text right there, and it pulls data from the API and that one displays it in a list view. Next point is main activity utilizes an async task to accept user input from fragment and query a remote API. Network connectivity is verified before running network operations, handling errors as needed, and triggers the use of cached data when network is unavailable. And I'll show you that in my code. It does that. Right here, it says application stores data in serializable format. I do not have it stored in serializable format, but I do use a custom IO class. And then the last point is application reads and displays data stored locally when it is offline for display handling errors when no cache data is present, which I demonstrated earlier. So just let me give you an overview of the Java files that I have into my master fragment. It is where I do my search string and my search listener, and then in my detail fragment I place the information that's pulled from the list view over onto the next side of the screen in landscape mode. In my main activity, whenever you click on the search button, it also does a check connectivity. So each time you connect to the API, it will check not just when the application loads. This is my check connectivity method right here, which is pretty straightforward. And I have my error controls right here for my alerts. And then this is my custom async task, which I run in the background, my progress dialog, and then all the work gets done right here after the results are pulled. So on my post execute. So this is Sean Batchelor. Thank you very much for watching my week 1 assignment for term 1503 in Java 2.